Howdy hoo, all my stock market gamblers. Welcome. I'm Tall Mike. Today's Wednesday, September 23rd. Anyways, stock market today's not doing a whole lot yet. It's early. Dow was up a little bit last I checked. NASDAQ was down a little bit. Nothing major going on there. So today, I want to talk about the report that just came out. Real estate just hit a 14-year high. Now they're talking about sales volume, but anyways, prices are also high. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Well, take it from me, I'm an old guy now, and I've been around the real estate market for over 40 years as a broker. Okay. So what we have here is we have this bubble up activity, and this bubbling activity usually happens right before the bust. All right, let me tell you a little story. Anyways, back in the, well, like I say, I've been around a long time, but back in the 80s, I was a genius. I bought a house in Saratoga, California. Paid $160,000 for it. Now, that was a lot of money to me. I was a young kid, just getting started out in life. Anyways, 8 months later, I sold that for $280,000. Now, $120,000 profit back then was just remarkable. Oh, it was incredible. Anyways, I went out and I bought not one, not two. I bought 3 more houses. I took that $120,000, put $40,000 down here, $40,000 down here, $40,000 down here. Now, I was a kid in my 20s. Anyways, but back then, if you had 20% down, they would give anybody a loan. It didn't matter. Did not matter. Anyways, I didn't have the income to back these houses, but heck, they're going up so fast, I had to do it. Well, you know how the story ends. I was over leveraged and the market came crashing down on me and I basically lost everything. Okay, so I went from genius to bankrupt and it happened really fast, really fast. Now, here's what people don't understand. They think of real estate as a hard asset. Real estate is not a hard asset. Real estate's a financial asset. When people buy a house, 9 out of 10 of them have to have a mortgage. They have debt. They have leverage. It is not a hard asset. Hard asset is like silver. This is silver, okay? It's a hard asset. Anyway, Silver Eagles are a hard asset. There's no financing to this. I own it outright, okay? I own it outright. There's no mortgage on this. There's no debt behind this. Now, granted, there's what's called paper silver, and that is not a hard asset. That is a financial asset, and that can be manipulated. But the hard assets like gold, like silver, these are hard assets, all right? Anyways, real estate is a financial asset, and it's based upon debt. And when the debt contracts, the market is going to come down, and it's going to happen relatively fast. All right, so what we got going right now is we have forbearance, okay? Forbearance. They don't want to foreclose on anybody that's not paying their mortgage. Do you know 1 out of every 3 people is either late or not paying their mortgage right now? They can push this out far. They already got pushed out into January 2021. They got the eviction moratorium pushed out till January 2021. But 1 out of 3 renters, they're not paying their rent. Okay, so we're pushing this out. We're pushing this out, and there's a short supply of houses because we're not getting any foreclosures coming onto the market. Landlords can't even kick tenants out to sell their properties. Anyways, what we have here is a backlog, all right? So now what happens? What happens? Okay, eventually, right now, the thing that's bubbling up the market is we have more buyers than we have sellers, okay? A lot of sellers They don't want to sell right now. They're thinking about it. They know they want to get out, but they don't want people coming in through their house during this COVID situation. Now, if the house is vacant, that's fine. It's easy to sell a vacant house, but do you really want people coming into your house and touching things? And most people do not. So they're holding off. So the inventory is a little bit low. But what happens? Okay, so what happens when a few of these sellers put the house on the market and a few of these buyers go away? Well, the market shifts, and shifts really quick. Now, as a real estate broker, I'll tell you, all right, so they have what's called a herd. When you first put a house on the MLS, the herd comes, the people, the herd I call them. They come in droves. They come to see that property. Everybody wants to see the property. And this is all really great for real estate because out of that herd, you're going to get 1, 2, maybe 3 people that want to buy that property. But okay, so anyways, back when I was, when the market was good, anyways, it went from 1 month I had this listing and the herd came and we had multiple offers and it was great. But anyways, a month later I had a listing and I couldn't figure out. The herd didn't come. We had no offers. And it happened within a month, from 1 month to the next month. It happened like that. The buyers just went away. I can't even explain how quickly it happened. When it happens so quick. But what we have right now is we have the bubbling up, and this is right before the bust comes. So when the bust comes, all right, the buyers go away, but this time it's going to be so bad because we're going to get what's called a pile-on effect, a pile-on. The tsunami of houses that's going to come. All right, so the buyers go away. There's no buyers. But what happens? Oh, well, the banks, they're going to want to get paid eventually. They're going to take away the forbearance, and people don't have money to pay their mortgages right now. That's why 1 in 3 are paying late or not paying at all. So, okay, so now the banks got these houses back in foreclosure process, and they don't want the houses, so they're dumping them onto the market. But the market's already hurting because the buyers went away. So they're piling it on. All right, so the landlords can finally the eviction process takes, 3 months, let's call it, 90 days to evict, and it lasts a little longer than that. But anyways, They kick them out. All right, so they're going to kick out the tenants and they're going to dump those houses on the market. Piling on. So we got the forbearance pile on. We got the eviction moratorium pile on. And this is already going to pile on because this market's going to crack. There's already signs it's cracking. I mean, San Francisco, people are fleeing. Manhattan, people are getting out of it. Yeah, the suburbs are doing well, but I'm telling you, this is not a healthy market. This is the bubble up stage right before the bust. Now, would I be buying a house here? No, I'd be buying hard assets. Buy some silver. Look, this is pretty. These cost, right now, you can get them for about $28. Silver's come down a little bit. I'm telling you, to get a couple of these, well, let's say there was a time when 800 of these you could trade for the average house in the U.S. All right, I think that time's going to come again. Get 800 of these. 800, that's about what? Let's call it $30 a piece, 800. $24,000. You can eventually, now I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. This is going to take years to play out. And that's what people don't get. People shouldn't houses be coming down? Well, yeah, they should be coming down, but here's the problem. They don't want the forbearance. They want to let people stay in their houses without paying. They want tenants to stay in the properties without paying. Nobody wants to kick anybody out right now. It's a pandemic. You heard we have a pandemic going on. This isn't going to last forever. I'm telling you, they're going to want to get paid. Real estate becomes illiquid. Really fast. I mean, like right now you can sell a house. Boom. Give me a house to sell. I'll have it gone this weekend. Okay, 1 week. But a month from now, maybe there's no bid. Maybe there's no buyers. Maybe it's that change that happens. It's going to happen. So anyway, save up these. Get, 800 of them or so, and be ready. Be ready when you can trade these for a house. These for a house. It's going to happen. I tell people it's going to happen. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. It's happening right now. The shift is coming. The shift is coming. Real estate is not a hard asset. I don't care if the Fed buys every mortgage out there. They're not going to be able to hold this market up forever. They can bring rates negative. They can pay people to buy a house, and they're not going to be able to keep the prices up. Anyways, you do what you think's best for your situation, but I'm telling you, the market's changing, and it's going to change fast when it happens. Now, it's going to play out over a long period of time. It's going to take a year, 2 years for these forbearance homes to come on, for these eviction moratorium homes to come on. But it's going to happen, and it's going to be a pile-on effect, and it's going to crush the market. It's going to be the worst real estate crash we have ever seen in the United States, and probably around the world for that matter. But anyways, the U.S. for sure, because our real estate is a financial asset. It is not a hard asset. Anyways, I'm Tall Mike. That's all I got to talk to you about today. Get out there, do some trading in this market, and we'll talk again tomorrow.